Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Reassembly. I had so much fun with this game lately that I decided to start a series on it rather than just doing a single let's look at this game video. And after just playing around with it for a bit and trying to think of what I could do, because this game it's a sandbox simulation game. There is no explicit end goal for the game. So the end game is whatever you make of it. So I figured the theme of this run would be go big or go home. Or rather, let's call it go big, then go home. So there is a hard ship size limit of 8,000 points in this game. I want to reach that. I want to have a ship that's exactly 8,000 points large. I'm also going to unlock all the tech for my chosen faction. I want to build a 8,000 point space station, of course. If I have a ship, I should have a large space station as well. In the center of the universe, there are these huge crystalline behemoths. I'm not actually sure what their real name is, but I'm calling them behemoths because that sounds big and impressive. I want to defeat them. They are huge. They have a ton of firepower, and it's pretty satisfying to defeat them. So I want to defeat them, and after that go home. So I want to exit through a wormhole. That is my goal for this series, and on my way to that I'll have a couple of sub goals that are more or less in line with it. So I'm just going to target getting to 1,000 points first, then 2,000, then 4,000, and then finally finishing at 8,000. Though even probably in this first video my goal is going to be to just finish the tutorial. And the faction I'm going to choose is faction number 4. If you look at it like 1, 2, 3, number 4 here. Played them a bit and they are nice. Not quite sure. Let's see. What's your name? Let's call this YouTube, because this is going up on YouTube. Let's see. I've already used up quite some purple. Let's go right in your eyes yellow. This. Right in your eyes green. Oh, this is white. That's it's stuck. This one. Okay, so I don't actually see the bright green. So okay. Green, yellow and green. It's always fun how this background color picks up the secondary color. So we've entered the worlds. We have a tutorial. We have to just click through all the tutorial screens. Click, 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 click. Go to the upgrade screen. Click, click, click. Findings, fleets. Okay, I think I've clicked away most of the tutorial things. So the basic tutorial things are going to be a decent guide for the early game. And after that I'm going to set my own goals. So we start with a small fighter with some pretty big guns on it. And already we have shields. We start out with shields. So let's have a look at the ship's design. Because faction 4, the modulars as I've come to call them, because since factions in this game don't really have a name, I think the vision of the creator was that it was more fun if people could name their own factions. So I'm going with modulars. And that's entirely because of this. This is the only type of offensive weapon they have. A modular plasma cannon. And it's modular because if you can just take the weapon's barrel off. Here, this is the gun, this is the thing that shoots. And you click it in. And then, okay, let's say we want extra range. Then we add a range amplifier, or basically known as a barrel. Then we have damage amplifiers that we can stack. Click. And we have a rate amplifier which goes on the top. And you can only have one of those because it kind of caps it off, so to say. And these all modify the beam emitted by the base cannon. And the funny thing is, even if part of this gun is shut off, the parts that still remain are going to be effective. So you shoot your gun that you can just tweak through the roof, so you can have lots of fun with that. You can make a very long range sniper, you can fire huge bullets. Later on there's also a velocity amplifier that you can unlock via the tech. Here, velocity amplifier. We can actually unlock it already. And a damage amplifier. Oh, and the solar array, that's important as well. So, this is all the tech they have. That's not a lot, right? It's 24 parts. That's all the tech they have, so it's easy to unlock everything, which is one of the reasons I like them as well. Since you have a lot of flexibility in the cannon, and after that they got some pretty expensive drones. 79 points for a drone launcher, 400 points for this one to place them on your ship. That is. They got shields, basic shields they start with. Later on they get access to a larger shield, which is 2500 points. That's huge. They got solar arrays, which later on you get access to a larger solar array. So this is a 2x2, this is a 3x3. Factory, of course, and some defense lasers, a 2x2 and a 3x3 defense laser. And that's it. So this is a really relatively simple faction. So most of the creativity is going to be in what you do with it rather than what they give you. So that's nice. And also their command module, it only generates 40 points of energy per second, which is a pittance, really. If you compare it to the basic faction, to the humans, their command module generates, I think, 120 points per second. So you can basically start with the command module and that does a lot for you. Here you need to add generators, which is why they're unlocked from the start. And also they get access to cheap shields, but they cost 300 energy per second to regenerate at maximum speed. So they're quite a drain. So this race has interesting trade-offs. So if we go back here, and you see, as you zoom out a little bit and we shoot, the gun actually has pretty hefty recoil, which I like. It's nice. Also, this faction has access to solar panels, solar arrays. Sorry. My rule is going to be that every ship is going to have at least one solar array. And solar arrays generate R. So this means I don't necessarily need to kill enemies or farm plants in order to get R. Which makes this faction really awesome. Okay, keep in mind, solar array weighs 60 mass for a 2x2 array. If you compare that to this entire ship here is 240. This entire block here is 240. So adding a single one of these blocks adds a quarter of the weight to the ship. So that's hefty. But yeah, go big or go home and do it on solar power. So let's do some creative reworking. Let's see, if we're going to be attacked from the front, maybe it's useful to put the command module in the back rather than on the front side. And here you already see that the second protector has trouble coming online because there's just not enough power. Which I think is actually nicely done. So if you detach the command module and then reattach it, if all your solar panels spring up instantly, then you know you have a decent amount of energy to go. And otherwise it's a visual hint that maybe you should tweak your ship. Okay, so yeah, do something. We have a solar array that's going to be at the heart of every ship, at least one. Later on there's going to be lots and lots more of those. Because they're really cheap. They're heavy, but they're really cheap. Also, the access to thrusters we got. They are not the best thrusters in the world. 8 points for 70k thrust. That's not as efficient as the humans. So, due to the solar arrays, they're going to be heavy. Due to the weakness of the general weakness of the thrusters, they're not going to be too slow. So this is going to be an interesting type of ship. So let's do something useful with it. So let's actually, let's see, this one is, I can just say, okay, you reattach, click, then mirror it, and reattach it. Oh, first take that one away, click that button back on. So at least we have our guns back on. It's good if you can shoot the bad guys. Yeah, let's put that one there. We need thrusters, so we need them now. Yeah, so let's add some blocks. One thruster, two thruster, and this one still has thrusters all over. Oh, and also one of the components that's nice to have is the R-Bank. It doubles up as armor. It has 800 points of health for 80 mass, so this is the same density as armor, but it stores 1000 R. And it only comes in this nice triangular shape. So that's something to use in ship designs as well. Let's see if we can push this a little bit to the back. Yeah, okay, but we still can't actually do it like that. So interesting that they're square blocks. They actually don't grow into cubes, they grow into beams. Okay, we can do this. So we move this one to the back a little bit, and then we mirror it, put it back on. So now we have a huge block of armor in front to protect our ship. This is going to make the ship very, very heavy. Let's see, how many points do we have? We have 19 points left, so we can say we just add this back on, and then we have 3 points left. That is for the future. So let's see how this goes. Okay. Grab back all the parts. How complete are we? Almost complete. Oh, follow tutorial. Yeah, we can do that. And we are fully operational. So, pew 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 pew. And actually, our energy is not depleting, so that's good. So that's one of the things once you start tweaking the guns. Every part adds to the extra cost of energy. So the base cost is 11 points per shot. Then if you want to increase the range, you get another 10 points per shot on top. So this takes us to 21. Then the damage amplifiers added with a percentage increase. So in this case 3 times 4% is 12%, or slightly more if it's if it multiplies. And this one just adds another 20%. So it's especially when costs start multiplying, it can go up really quickly. So let's see, we have to click M and unlock a station. So to just complete some of our tutorial objectives early on. It's also nice having this big nose cone. If you bump into something, you're not instantly going to lose half our ship. Which I approve of, since I'm not the best pilot in the world. Okay, so those guys are pretty big. Hey, this one just got built. That means we can shoot it. Oh, yeah, get back here. Someone shot off the nose cone. And we don't have point defenses on, do we? Okay, so we spotted a design flaw. No nose cone, and we're too small to defeat those enemies. Okay, nose cone, get back. Come on. I mean, there's no defense. And that's going to cost 150 points to unlock the defense laser, which is a useful component to have. Can we? No, okay, let's not. Let's go to the other side, because they're too big here right now. So let's go to the eastern front rather than the northern front. Let's see if there's less giant ships there waiting for us. So, these are friendlies, yeah. Hey, dropped off some points. Cool. Ah, of course, we have the solar array. Solar arrays give us points. Hey, that one is kind of our size. Maybe we can take it. We're losing our nose cone. Okay, let's get out. Let's get out. Hey, those look like us. I always like it when the station starts building my design. Oh yeah. Oh, let's see. Oh, cool. This is the only design we currently have in the fleet. Oh, that's the base design of the assault. Let's give this a proper name. So this is the little ship Mark 1, and we copy it, and it will be frozen in time until it gets superseded by a bigger ship. Oh, stand still, will you? Hey, got away. Let's help our buddy here. I don't think buddy needs helping. But boom! Haha! We got it. We got him. Go to the damaged station. I like this soundtrack, by the way. It's totally unrelated. It reminds me a lot of Terraria. The bleeps, the blinks. Aha! We have a lot of points now. So we can go to the upgrade screen and get ourselves a defense laser. We can get ourselves the large solar array. We can get a damage amplifier. This is actually a downgraded version of what was already available. This is the 5-point version, rather than the 8-point version. So I'm not quite sure why this one was locked rather than the other one, but whatever. Okay, so all that's left now is the factory, the drone launcher, the rocket drone launcher, and the projector, which is the big shield. For now, add some points to the ship, so we can have a little bit of creative freedom. Let's if we go to the upgrade screen, we can rearrange components, which is kind of nice. So generator and thruster, you swap places. This is the 3 points, 8 points, 5 points. So 3, 5, 8. We have the cannon base. That should basically be just accompanied by the other parts of the cannon. Yeah. Solar array, protector, generator. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. And the things that belong together are together. So, defense laser, to protect ourselves from missiles, because missiles are a pain to deal with. Let's see, we could add another shield, but let's not. Let's actually add a little bit more thrust, because I think the turning around was a little on the weak side. And that's already all the points. So, let's have a look. So, look at it, zoom and zip around. Yeah. But that's one of the things that's easy to forget with the modulars, to add more thrust, because you have a lot of their engines aren't terribly fast. It's something to consciously think about. Wow, that's a 1500 point ship. But it has huge forward mounted cannons. Oh, and look at the defense beams. They shoot as well. Ah, awesome. We defeated a big ship. And got lots of R for it. So, let's hand it into the station. Here you go. Go build some nice ships. I think by now we are actually into... This is a Mark II now, isn't it? Yep, it's a Mark II. Let's save it. And copy it. So I hold Alt drag to copy it. So that way we can just track our progress. And then the new ships could also end up this way. See, because that's the old model. And the other one is the new model. Because the stations in the game, they just make all models that are available. And if they don't have anything to suit the role, they fall back to defaults. So like for the space stations, I haven't designed a space station yet. Okay, I'm getting outnumbered here. So the space stations are still vanilla space stations. But that will change once I actually unlock the factory and start designing my own space stations. But they look pretty. Just nice, big... There's almost like special snowflakes. And we have some credits again, so we can do another upgrade. So what else do we want? So we can now turn around pretty well. We need more firepower, I think. We always need more firepower. So let's add a velocity modifier. And it fits nicely in here. So the nice thing about the cannon is that normally it fits into a single line. But if once you add velocity amplifiers, you need space on the sides for the velocity amplifier. Because otherwise it just doesn't fit. We have some points to spare. We have, let's say that's 28 points, so that's 14 per side. Or it's an entirely new gun. So let's see. If we take the nose cone off. And we add more struts. And we'll put this back on. Let's see, we can add a bit of extra range. Like so. And I think we had 14 for each side, right? So we can do that one twice and do this. Because these are 5 points, so that's 10 points in total. Plus 4 for the line exactly matches it out, and I seem to have miscalculated. Oh, no, this is not properly connected. Ah, I was right. That's good. It's always good if your math is good. Life is good when math is good. That's it. This is a Mark III now, but it's in development, so we're not going to save it just yet. Stop shooting at me. I'm still reforming my guns. Because here you see that now the velocity mods are being added. And actually, it goes nice and fast. And it drains our energy. So next stop is probably going to be energy generators. Let's see. Ah, there we have a test target. Come on, get back here, test target. Oh, look at that stream of guns. And then we run out. Let's see if we change the fire mode to ripple fire. Then it's going to interweave them a bit. So then the fire lasts a bit longer. The initial burst is going to be less painful for the receiving end, but it's going to last a bit longer. Okay, so there's too many now. Yeah. I know when I'm outnumbered. I know when I'm outnumbered. Then again, tactical retreat followed by a counter-offensive does do the job. Oh, range is just too short. Get back here, okay. Okay, you are not running away, then we'll take you out. Laser beams for the win. yeah. That one is too big. That one is too big. Let's get out. Let's get out. Panic, panic. Get away. Get away. Yes. I like those laser beams. Laser beams are nice. Okay. So lots of that one seems to have picked up a couple of extra parts. Cool. Hand in some more points. Can we upgrade again? Oh yeah. So almost getting to the point where it might be useful to just save up for a factory. But for now I think we need more power. Yeah, I need more power. So let's take out one of these struts, move the power generator, move the strut to the center, copy the power generator, so this way there's a visual balance still. Because I like symmetry. I like it very much. So we have 10 points to spare. And these medium-sized thrusters are 5 points. So let's add these. And they're not as efficient as the large thrusters. So later on we're just going to switch to using large thrusters for everything. No. Let's not get shot. Let's shoot him. We have a lot of little ones. Should be able to take them out. For the swarm! Oh yeah. We did it. Let's see. Okay. Oh wow. I need quite some points to recruit my buddies. Because you can just spend command points. Or social credit points, the yellow C points. To recruit buddies into your army. Before you even have a factory. Aww, he looks all alone. And he's too fast. Okay. Note to self, ignore the little ones, they're too fast, I can't catch them. So, let's ooh, that one is really close to an agent fleet. Let's expand in that direction. Agent fleets are big and scary when all you have is a little ship. Oh, there's different types of enemies. And okay, yellow laser beams are not my laser beams. Note to self. Let's unlock the station first, get a bit of help. And then let's play dodge the laser beams with those guys. Actually, this isn't too bad. Sound like famous last words just before you get shot, but actually this isn't too bad. Awesome! Okay, so this ship is slowly reconstructing itself. Those are factories on the end. Laser beams, shields. Ah yeah. So one more of these and we probably have enough credit to unlock factories. No. Arr. Yeah, I discovered that too late. That I was getting butchered. Alright. Let's I think it was you. Yeah, you did it. Interesting counterpoint. He seems to have picked up one of my guns. But I think ships can only pick up 3 parts from an enemy. But because my beam base is pretty pitiful, basically, when you pick it up. they can't actually steal my huge cannons, because my huge cannons are made up of a lot of parts rather than a single part. Oh yeah, 1200 points. Ah yeah, you. These are the plant-loving hippie faction, which are, I guess, the spiritual brothers of the modular. Brothers and sisters, of course, just be inclusive. But they are related to this faction in that they can also produce their own energy. And I have solar cells, where they actually have solar cells, and they also have the option to grow plants on their hull and emit seeds as missiles and do weird things like that. So they're also an interesting faction to play. They are way more closely connected to nature, while I'm taking the total technological solution here and not care about nature at all, because all I need is solar power. Okay, so this little rampage is going quite well. Oh yeah. So let's unlock the factory. Ta-da! Now we have enough points to do another upgrade. Cool. So, factory time. Actually, let's do factory time in the next episode, because it's been going on for long enough. So, I thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please rate this a thumbs up. If you want to stay up to date and see what else is going to happen in this series, subscribe to the channel. Any kind of feedback, please do leave a comment. And with that, I thank you, and I'll see you next time.